Hello, folks.
Hello.
Why why are you laughing? Good evening, everyone. Um, I got Trudy to join me this evening. I don't know how I pulled that off. Actually, she volunteered.
I did. I did.
She says, "Well, are you doing iGoat this evening?" Yeah. I could do it with you.
You want some help? It's gonna cost you.
What is he gonna cost me?
I haven't decided yet. I need more time to think about that.
Okay. As long
Gigi,
as
if
it,
you have any good ideas, let me know.
as long as it's not expensive. I'm cheap.
You cheap? Don't tell everybody that.
I can't afford all this stuff and then expensive splurging.
Well, he'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. So what's going on? Why are
Oh,
you on camera?
why am I? Well, it's been a while, and I wanted to come back online and say hi to everybody because, I've missed my little family, and everybody's been very supportive. We were actually going to try to do this last week, but I got really sick. I still have the little remnants of it, so I sound a little bit off, but last week I was not good. So I'm very happy that I've gone past the worst and on the mend, and we're doing better.
Yeah. Welcome, folks, and wherever if you're new, this is iGoat Chat. We chat about goats and small farm operations and anything to do with goat. And if you find this to be valuable to you or add anything to your life, please share with your friends and family, and let's spread the love.
Absolutely.
Usually when we do informative things, it's not a big crowd.
That's
But when
okay.
I talk about people business and bring the pasa pasa, we get everybody spreading it like wildfire. Say, go over to I go chat them, I talk up the things. Tonight is not one of those. We're not talking up the things tonight. We're basically just gonna have Trudy tell us what's been going on with us, what's been keeping us busy.
Whew, that's a mouthful. Okay, so last week Ray showed you the house. Yes, we have kids galore. We have been blessed. And we've actually had a very, very good kidding season, especially when compared to the last one, which we won't talk
Yeah.
about. And it's definitely reinforcement that management and good husbandry will have a good kidding season, right? Because we've had very few challenges, like almost no, maybe two,
Yeah, we
if
had
that,
we had one breach,
one breach.
and that's the only really complication we have. But we've had couple unfit mothers. That's what I so I call them.
Okay, this is what
We
he
call
calls
them
unfit
unfit
mothers.
mothers.
So,
They are unfit
well,
mothers.
okay, here's the deal, guys. And I don't know if anybody else has had this experience, but we've had it before with the local Nubians. We're having the same challenge with the foreign Nubians. We don't find that they are good mothers. So if anybody has any different experience, we'd be happy to hear about it.
Have you got any tricks you want to teach us?
Yes, because the Nubians have been a chore to get them to recognize their children and
The only thing
make
I can
them.
give them is that they're first timers. These are first timers. But the ones we had before, they consistently was neglectful,
Yeah.
and like you got to force them to say, "Yo, these are your kids. They come out of you. Like pay attention.
Yes.
Just don't walk away. Just don't act like, oh, I never had kids. Like well, that wasn't me."
Yeah.
So we had two incidents with new Nubian mothers. One, like, go ahead.
Okay.
Go
No, go
ahead.
ahead.
No, last week while I was doing the live, the goat was standing
On
on
the
the
kid.
kid's neck. I don't know if anybody caught that. And I had to swish her away. So after the live, Going to attend to the kid, I realized the kid is barely alive. Don't know how long she been standing there,
On it.
eating out of the trough, standing on the kid's neck. And then the other one,
Well, we think the second goat. We think she's crazy.
no, it's not crazy.
What is it?
She's mentally challenged.
Okay, I'm sorry. We think she's mentally challenged. I'm serious, guys. We're it's it's the weirdest thing.
Okay, this is what she does. She does this.
And she's just looking out in
And she
space.
looks out in space and she's go like this. She has a twitch. I don't think she's all there.
I don't think so either.
So she had
And
two beautiful kids.
but one is blind.
One
Guys,
is
we have a
blind
first blind kid.
and she slept on one. She slept all night on one of them, and the other one is blind.
Yes.
Yeah.
His name is Stevie.
Trudy named him Stevie. I don't know how long he's going to be here. However, we're taking good care of him.
Yes, we're taking care of Stevie. And it's our first blind kid, I think.
Oh yeah, you say that like it's what do you call it? Like it's an achievement.
Well, how often do you hear about somebody having a blind kid?
I don't know. Anybody in here ever had a blind kid? If you had a blind kid, give us a thumbs up or something.
Yeah. So I know Chelsea's on. Hey, Chelsea, and he has a lot of Nubians. So, what is your experience with your Nubian mothers, Chelsea? Especially the first time mothers. We have not had.
Yeah, if you guys had different
Please
experience,
let us know.
please tell us. Give us tricks. Let us know what we need to do. If we need to bathe them in after birth or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've just done what we always do, and we realized the big difference.
Yes, the Sonins guys.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, night and day. They are
they're my
fabulous mothers.
they're my new favorite
Yes.
goats.
They are.
You just go out there and see a kid bouncing around. You're like, hold on, where's that kid from?
The
Oh,
kids are good and strong at
their
birth. The
kid.
mothers are good. They find the kid. They lick the kid.
They
Kids
clean up. They
clean up.
force them to feed,
Nothing. No issues.
and
No
the
issues.
kids are always up and about in no time. They're like Sanins, really. Remember when they got them? The guy who drove it, he was like, "Yo, they're like white natives.
They look like, yep.
They definitely treat their kids like native goat having kids, and you go there and see three kids just bouncing around
Like nothing
like
happened.
nothing happened." Exactly how they operate with their with kitty. It's not a problem with them. What else is going on?
But all in all, kidding has been great. I think we have three mothers left, or two.
Two left.
We have two mothers left. So, and everybody's doing well. Everybody's sucking. We have lots of milk.
Yeah.
So, the good thing about lots of milk, too, guys, is we have new puppies. We have new puppies. So, we've been giving them extra milk as well. So, it's been great not having to buy milk replacement. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah. But we only bottle feeding like two kids.
Three. Three.
Yeah, and those other two belong to a son and two.
No, to a
No, a
Nubian.
Nubian.
Yeah, we're feeding a Nubian mother's quite there, quite okay, but we're still feeding her kids.
Because she's not attentive and she kicks them away and she acts like, oh, I don't know if they're my kids. Oh, I'll let them suck sometimes. Oh, well, sometimes I'm not in the mood, so I'll just kick them away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit crazy. So, Jaron said he had a blind kid that died after a month. Okay, we'll keep you abreast of what's going on with Stevie. Let's see how long he lasts. I'm trying to get him to bond with another kid so that they'll be friends. But we'll see how he does. He's getting fat though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he
good man.
doesn't walk around. He just like stands up
Well, how's he
and
gonna walk around? If he doesn't know where to go.
instincts.
Okay.
It's like I'll give him one of those canes or something. I don't know.
I don't know how he's gonna do
But
that. But we'll keep watching him.
we'll see how
what
it goes.
happens.
We'll
All
give
right.
thanks nonetheless.
Absolutely. So Chelsea said, let me see yours. It's easier to read yours. I'm glad to know that even with the challenge, you guys are still taking care of him. I haven't had that experience. Still, sometimes you have to help by holding the mother and allowing the kid to suck, and after a little while, they get used to it. Yeah, taking a long time, Chelsea.
One did, one did, because yeah, one of the sound the Nubians did.
Yes, the salt and pepper
The
one.
salt and
Yeah,
pepper
the salt and
one
pepper
did.
one, we had to kind of coach her a little bit,
Yeah,
and her
and then
kids,
and then
she
she
took.
became attentive. The other two, I don't know.
I don't know.
I know the black one is mentally
Yeah, so
challenged,
we can't really.
so we don't expect much from her. But the others, we'll see what happens. You know, one is very sometime. Sometimes I see she let the kids suck, and then there's other times she's like, "Yo, I'm not your mother. Leave me alone."
Find somebody else.
Yeah, go suck somebody else. Leave me alone.
Okay.
But we'll still we're at it. We'll doing our best
Yes.
to manage. We got a lot of kids.
We have a lot of kids. So, but they're doing great. So that's a good thing. We're
Yeah,
gone through the hard part. So that's a great part.
yeah,
Even with
and
even with limited space.
yeah. Let's not talk about the space. The space is a sore spot with me because we're not supposed to be in this position.
Nope.
But welcome to yard. So the
Yes.
thing set.
Everybody on their own
Everybody
schedule.
has their own schedule. Everybody don't like, yo, it's there's a little drizzle and I'll come. Or what I mean? Like there's a funeral, I'll just take the whole week off. Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, but so you go.
Okay, so what's next? What else is going on?
Um you've had a couple big tours last week.
Yes. So last week, Thursday, we had the Minister of Agriculture and his entourage that included the permanent secretary and everybody from from RADA.
Everybody from RADA,
Everybody from RADA.
all the different assistants to the assistants.
So we actually had guys about over 40, probably about 40 people.
40, 50 people. I
Yeah,
don't know.
because we
Over
were
20
told there were
vehicles.
20 cars coming, and each car had more than one person. So you do the math. So we
Yeah.
had a good, at least 40 people here. It was a very, very good tour. Mr. of Agriculture is very impressed. Actually, he and Ray are, remember, are big buddies because he came on the live before.
Yeah, I mean, Floyd is a iGoat chat friend.
Yes,
Like,
he
what I
is.
mean? And he asked about it again and he wants to come back. So, the Honorable Floyd Green,
Yes.
you're welcome anytime, sir.
Yes, sir.
One thing I gotta do, I gotta give him props because on iGo chat he talked about freeing up the thing for the imports, and that actually happened.
It did.
I reminded him because so I have to big up iGo chat. I reminded him that on here he said he's gonna do it. He did it, and I let him know that it's having an impact.
Yes.
That was one of the reasons he was here actually, is to see the imports, see the foreigners and see what we're doing. And what I mean? But
See the fruits of his labor.
yeah, but I was straight up let him know that yes, that decision, that move was a great move for our little sector. Everybody have access to import animals,
Everybody does.
and a lot of animals are coming in. So that was a good move.
Yes.
So yeah, we had almost 50 people, if not more, give them a tour. Judy was a star.
No, Ray was a star.
You wanna bet? Watch, I'm gonna post a video,
Uh huh. Which video?
a video of the permanent secretary and them
Uh huh. And
about
you're
all
gonna
the compliments that them I give you.
Ray likes to make up stuff.
I'm not making it up. I
Okay.
got receipts.
You got receipts.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So, well, not just because of that though, because they were able to taste cheese, condensed milk.
Yeah.
So we had like a cheese and cracker tray. I was trying to do a charcuterie. I'm not quite there yet, guys. I'm working on it. A charcuterie board. Don't say it, Ray.
The chaka board.
Chaka board. A charcuterie board. Say that.
Yeah.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Close. Close.
Charcuterie.
Anyway, so we
Us
had,
Jamaicans don't do
you
that, man. We
know,
just say the cheese board.
anyway, so anybody that's been to Denby or the St. Mary show,
Actually, we say cheese platter.
cheese platter. Okay. You guys tried the hard Italian style aged cheese, and then I had the two types of ricotta. So you guys, anybody that's tasted my cheese, they tasted the same stuff. Nothing different. So don't feel left out. Okay. So it was like a plain ricotta cheese, and then I had one with garlic and parsley. Okay. A
Yeah.
lot of good reviews. The condensed milk, they tasted that. They
Yeah.
liked that. Oh, we had, what's it called? Cabra caramels. They tried that as well.
Cabra sweetie. Cabra taffy. Okay.
Some people have tried that already.
It's the
Yeah.
taffy, yeah.
And they were very impressed with that as well. So it's funny because we had two different camps. We had the rum cream camp and we had the condensed milk camp.
Yeah, there's people who are all about the rum cream, and then there's people who was all about the condensed milk.
Yes. Yeah, the permanent secretary was all about the condensed milk.
Yeah.
So I was very, very impressed with that. So
Well, yeah, it's condensed milk. It's sweet.
I know, but
I think it's the packaging that he was more like, whoa.
okay. Yes.
Because condensed milk tastes like the same condensed milk in the can,
But
which
it's
is
the
the beauty about it.
but it's the thought of knowing that the milk is better for you.
Yeah,
Easier to digest. Let me put it that way.
I'm thinking about the packaging. If y'all think it's the packaging that makes a
It's
difference,
a combination of everything.
yeah, it's because it come from cabra goats. Goat.
Yes. Cover goat, goat, goat.
Okay.
Okay, so that was good. Then on Saturday, we had, I'd like to call it our first official tour. Yeah? Am I saying that right?
I don't think it's the first official tour.
Well,
It's the
the-
first reserved, booked, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it. People they call, they made plans
And
for then they came.
Yes. Every other tour has been more unofficial.
Yeah.
This one's been, oh, that's right. Okay, so it's the first booked slash reserved tour. So we had the National History Society of Jamaica, and they came out on Saturday, and they wanted to, last week Saturday, yeah? And they basically got to see everything. They got to see milking, and they all got to try the milking. They actually went to the pasture, even though we said you probably don't want to go out there, there's mud. It's so funny because, well, when people get out of their, when they're in a whole different zone, a whole different world, they want to actually experience everything. So never underestimate what somebody wants to try when they come to your location. But they went all the way, they followed Ray all the way to pasture. Ray's like,
Yeah.
oh, hello, y'all are here.
Yeah. So if people anybody who's come here, I don't know if you're familiar with the terrain. There is a waterway right below where the goat house is. It's like a slope, and it goes down a hill and up. Right, the waterway is right as you go down past the goat house and down there. And because of all the rain, that waterway is mucky.
That
You
one
can't-
little spot.
Yeah, that's one little spot where the water goes through. So if you look from a distance, you can't tell because it's covered with grass. But once you start walking through it, you're like, oh, this is soft and mucky. So I told them, like, look, you don't want to come through here because, you know what I mean, it's going to be mucky and mud. So I lead the goats. So next thing I know, I see a trek of people.
Everybody went.
Everybody
Just about
followed
everybody
me.
went.
I'm like, when I
I
got
was
out,
very surprised.
I got out to the paddock. I'm like, I can't believe you guys went through that. They're like, oh, this is why we're here. We wear the appropriate shoes. I'm like, okay. So that was good because then I get a chance to give them like how the pasture thing works and let them see the mobile fencing and solar charger and everything. They see how excited the goats were
To be in
to,
the
to
pasture.
be in pasture and just start dripping leaves and grass. You know what I mean? They get a chance to see that. They're like, oh, it's a different, you could tell once the goats get out there how excited they are to be in fresh pasture and just ripping leaves and grass. You can hear it. You go. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But it
Go
was
ahead.
good, yeah. And then a part of their activity is they also got to do some tasting of cheese and condensed milk and the candy. And they actually did a memorial for one of their members. That was the purpose of one of the reasons why they wanted to actually come to the location. They did a memorial for one of their members. So that was actually pretty cool that
Yeah.
we got to be, this location got to be a part of that. So they hung out for a good, I don't know, 3, 4 hours, just, hanging out, chit chatting, talking. They had a ball. They loved holding the kids. They were this is the most exciting thing. Most of them were just so excited about that, which again, for us, it's like, okay, it's just a kid. But for them, it was like, oh my gosh, this is great. So that was a great experience, a very good experience to have. I like to call it our first reserved slash booked tour under our belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first one. I think that was like organized, and it wasn't some people. Some people are flying from foreign and say, "Well, come through." I was like, "All right, come through. I will give you a tour." You know what I mean? There's like a bunch of friends that will say, "Oh, a group of us are coming. We're coming to the farm." Like, yeah. But I think the lot before that, I think my friend
Sean and
Sean's
his
and
family
his
came
family
through.
was the biggest group. Outside of government people, they rather always have a group,
Yes.
a big group that came through. But that was more educational and part of the
And then Case has
system.
been through, and that's also educational more
Case,
so than anything else.
case game, and then we had Monique
Yes. Money College.
College.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are more. I don't really call them
Those
things
are
like that. They're
educational.
educational.
Educational tours.
Yeah,
As opposed to a
there's no,
fun tour.
there's no revenue involved in that. You know what I mean? It's all, you know what I mean, just like, yo, let's show the farm and hope people can learn something.
Yes.
But this one was straight up book, pay your money, come through, come try some things. What else?
Have we talked about our new employee?
So, you guys know Trudy and I have been slugging this out by ourselves for
Okay, before
since.
before you go there. Guys,
No, we're not doing that.
yes.
No.
Do more.
Whatever you're about to do.
Okay, guys, I have to say something. And they always say give everybody their flowers before they go.
I know we're not doing
This
that.
this man
No.
deserves flowers. No, stop, Ray.
Let's move on.
I have something to say.
Is it
So he deserves flowers, guys, right? Because as he said, since or incident, we've been taking care of this farm by ourselves. And actually, guys, if the whole pie is 100%, he's been 80 and I've been 20. And I've been struggling with my
That's because
20%.
it's because I'm strong. I must.
Now it's
You
getting to
can't.
it.
You
I've
can't.
been struggling with my
You can't.
20%, and this man has
That's
not
because
wavered,
because I'm
guys.
s- I'm a s-
7 days a week since the middle of August. Now you bigging up yourself?
I'm strong.
Okay.
I'm giving you the strong posture.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
But guys, give this man some props. And I actually think we've done a great job because the improvements that we've seen and fine tuning the process has been pretty amazing.
I think the one thing I've learned is that the system that we put in place works
It does work.
if people execute it.
It does
So
work.
we ain't doing nothing different than what we always said should be done. But if people take shortcuts, then it doesn't work. However, we aren't doing anything different than what we put in place before.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean?
And it works, guys. It was very reassuring for us. We always knew, but we are for sure now
Yeah,
that the system we have works.
yeah, and make no mistakes about it. But trust me, a lot of times I'm in pain
Yes.
because I'm not used to do up and down and the whole heap of wheelbarrow move up and down with bags of feed in a wheelbarrow and cut up grass in bags and wheelbarrow and all that stuff. My body not used to that.
So we had to adjust.
So they had to adjust. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of soreness and but now we're in a groove and we've hired a farm manager,
Ranch
ranch
manager.
ranch manager.
Yes. And I think it's been going well.
Yeah, it's a female,
It's a female. We're joining the
Christina.
ranks of farms with mainly females, it looks like.
Christina, she's a case graduate. She was a teacher, and she's been really good. You know what I mean? She's still in training, still learning. So I'm gonna jump the gun and say, yo, you know. But
So
so
far,
far,
so
so
good.
good. I got to give her props.
Yes, we
You know what I
do.
mean? And she got a whole week to manage me as just a worker. I ain't gonna call no shots. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just doing the task as it's supposed to be. Her objective was to keep me on track, keep everything going in a timely manner, and she did a good job. Yeah, there was one day some people you're sweating.
I am sweating because of all these lights.
Yeah. One day some guys was here to buy goat or something, and I'm sitting there chit chatting like a boss, chit chatting, and she just walked by and just, and
Top our
tap her wrist. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, I forgot. I'm on a job. I can't be sitting over here chit chatting. Yeah. But yeah, she's been great. We're still looking for
ranch technician.
ranch technicians.
Yeah.
So,
We might be close finding somebody.
yeah.
I mean, not jinx it, but we might be
Yeah, we got a
close.
couple interests that we're gonna, interview and see how it goes. But so far, so good. We're surviving.
We're,
We're
I
doing
think we're
fine.
doing more than surviving. I think we're thriving.
You thriving, me surviving. My body come down. Me need, me need a rest.
Yes. A break would be very
Yeah,
nice. A break
tired,
is very
tired, be
welcome.
tired of my body, want rest. Yo,
Yeah.
seriously.
It's
Yeah. So that's what's up. Anything else?
Oh, while I'm giving flowers, I also wanted to give flowers to the team that helped us with the two tours. Because, like I said, guys, I was dragging. I was seriously dragging because I was not feeling well. But we had Denise that came down and helped us and, managed everything, got everybody together. Kayla jumped in and helped too. Actually, she helped me the whole week because I was just, again, guys, I was just out of it. And Christina also helped. She did, fulfilled her role as the ranch manager, and her mom jumped in and helped too. So, am I forgetting anything? And we had other teams of people helping with other different things, but it was last week was a very
Hectic week.
hectic but good
Yeah.
week. It was a very good week.
And I want to give a special shout out to Davel.
Oh,
Davel, everybody in here should know Davel. Davel is the man with the voice. He does all these videos from these locations of all the events. Um, so Davel, you guys know we got the two cows, Sherry and Old Baby. We always had ropes on them so we can maneuver them. They the rope that goes around one of them neck. I think she got so big that the rope start
them fat,
in her
including
neck.
fat.
So then a while back, I'd instructed the prior staff to take the thing off and make a bigger one or whatever. They didn't do it. So then, right before that whole incident, I was trying to get them to do it, but it never happened. So then, our situation, we had to let them go. So then, my mission now is to how do I fix this? Because then I realize it's getting infected. So I tried some guys, couple guys around here that cut grass for me. Them couldn't figure it out. They were not effective. And then I remember Davel is a cowman. He definitely deals with cows a lot and whatever. And he drove all the way from St. Catherine to come to help me on a Sunday afternoon. Come to help me. And I must appreciate that. I will definitely show love and appreciation for Davil all the time. And the first time Davil, if the man come to help me and show up with a trunk load
Coconut.
of jelly. You know what I mean? And so I gotta show him love and appreciation for that. And it's always good to know that you have good people in and amongst your thing. You know what I mean? He's a iGoat family, and we want to show him love and want to tell you guys to send him some positive love, energy. Davel. Davel of Davel Farms. Yeah. So, Lincoln, I see you join us tonight. Lincoln says, happy you guys find a professional person and staying away from the don't spot. But can always count on you. Rile up the thing. Can always count on Lincoln to give us the real talk. Of course, Lincoln, you and I talk about this several times. And yeah, that's the objective is to find you utilize professionals. Treat the business like a real business. You know what I mean? Like use people that understand the objective and they when you speak on a higher level they get it. You know, they understand what you mean, what you're talking about. And not just, yeah man, yeah boss, yeah man, and just a wait for you for stop talk so them can say something.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? I need people to understand when I'm talking about projections, when I'm talking about expectations and productivity, they understand what it means. They understand how the day to day activities affect the bottom line,
Yeah.
you know? All right, what else? Let's talk about this never ending lounge,
Okay, let's talk
milking
about that.
lounge.
It looks good.
So far, what's done is looks great.
What's been done looks great. Yes, it'd be a very welcomed change in space. I love the platform, and we've built all the neck holders so far. And then what's left to build the
So
thing to
the,
hold the
so the
troughs?
platform and the milking platform and all the slots for the goats are done. What needs to be completed is their living area.
They're living there. Okay.
Yeah. And the debate is do we use the plastic slatted floors or we use the wooden slatted floor? I want to use the plastic slatted floor because it's easy access to clean the stuff out and the durability of it.
And Mr. Henry was asking about the plastic solid floors.
Well, we haven't. It's on the milking platform, but we haven't used it yet.
Yeah, we haven't
All I
used it
can
yet.
tell you is that it's very solid. It's firm. It seems durable.
And it's pretty. The pieces are pretty light, right? So
Yeah,
it's
and
easy to move it
it's
out.
very light.
Okay.
It's like I mean, very light, and it's easy to take it out and all of that. So I think it would be effective for a living space for the living deck. It would be effective material to use. So I think that's where we're leaning
Yes.
instead of the wooden slatting floor because trust me, in this area the would
Shrinks.
shrink deteriorate faster than anywhere else because of the moisture and the kind of um, environment that we have right off the ocean.
Yeah, when the wood shrinks, of course, the spacing of the floor is wider, and the kids' feet get
Yeah.
stuck. So
And the screws deteriorate in this salty wind or weather, whatever we get off that ocean, these screws don't last too long.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it'd be nice to know that if we use something like that, it lasts longer. So that's what we're leaning. And once that is done, then the goat house itself,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
how does the initial cost compare with wood? Okay, so here's the catch. it's comparative, almost on par with the wood, the cost
Okay.
to do a space, right?
Yeah.
However, the labor, what it costs if you to install it, it's way cheaper than if you're doing wood.
And then the
And the
durability lasts
durability
a lot
lasts a
longer.
lot longer than the wood.
So material wise is about the same
Materialize about the same,
cost. Okay.
same about the same cost. But then if you have to pay somebody to do a deck, the labor is way more because this slatted floor, once you put the beams in and how it what it goes on, it's just snapping them into place.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So once you get a knack of how it's supposed to work, you just go ahead and just start snapping them in place. But if I built the Wiener's Lounge deck, and I know that's a lot of work when it comes to wood. It's a lot of measuring, a lot of cutting, a lot of
Because it's not
spacing.
straight. We don't have straight spaces.
But even if it's straight, you still gotta do the spacing.
Yeah.
Still gotta make sure the spacing is right and all of that. And that's a lot of that's time consuming. So yeah, you will save on the labor, which will make it to me long term cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's gonna last a whole lot longer.
yeah.
Easier to clean too,
Easier to clean too.
because just power
Easier
wash it down.
power wash it down and even to take it up to clean underneath it. So then you don't have to build a high
Okay.
deck so you can get underneath it, or you don't have to build trap doors and all them things because it's easy to just undo it and take it up and do what you gotta do to clean it.
Okay. Awesome.
Um, what else?
We're in the process of ordering a milking machine.
Yes, the 12 milker.
Yes.
The 12 milker, we've gotten the quote. What we're missing is the shipping,
Yes.
the cost to ship it here. And once we get that, we'll share with you guys once it gets here. We'll do an unpacking and show you guys how it works. And that's gonna be
Game changer.
it will be a game changer for us.
It's gonna be a
Our
game
little operation.
changer.
It will be a game changer for us because then we can milk 12 goats at a time. And it will be a fraction of the time we spend each morning milking. And the objective for us is to get tasks done in a timely manner, efficiently, and keep it going. The faster we can get animals out in the pasture, the better off we'll be.
That's true.
You know what I mean? People got to remember that, the goats get 5, 6 hours out in the pasture. It's amazing. The
The
amazing
milk
the
volume
result.
is, you can see, substantially
Yeah, the
different,
milk volume is way higher.
even without the machine.
Yeah, if the goats are out there for 5, 6 hours. You know what I mean? And you gotta remember with us, the only goats don't graze. The only animals here that don't graze is dogs, bucks, and goats. Mothers with kids on them.
Yeah, everybody else crazy.
Everybody else graze. Oh, wieners. Wieners, we don't send them out there. But other than that, everybody else graze. So there's times when there's like 80 goats out there grazing. Yeah.
The house is nice and quiet.
Yes. That in between kidding period.
Yes.
Whew,
It's
it's
nice.
heaven.
Everybody's out. Nice.
Yeah. Everybody's out. You just gotta feed bucks and some wieners. It's amazing. That only lasts usually about a month at a time.
It's a very welcome month.
Yeah. What else?
Just the big things are going.
I wouldn't say it's big things. It's massive,
Massive.
gigantic. So here's something that I want to share with you guys. Ignite. over the last 2 years, we've been telling people to get their business in order. We've been telling people register your business, get a bank account in the business name. Whether you register yourself as doing business or you register a business name and then the whole formality of it. We've been talking about this for almost 2 years. We bring banking people
Yeah.
on,
Tax
we bring
people.
tax people on, we bring business people on, everything just to give people the information, right? And tell people you gotta do this. You have to do this if you wanna treat your operation like a real business and reap the
Reap
benefits.
the benefits.
Okay. So we as Carber Ranch are gonna let you guys know the benefit of having your thing in order. I don't know if you guys noticed on Instagram, maybe a week ago, a couple weeks ago, we posted a I reposted a post from the Development Bank
Bank
of
of Jamaica.
Jamaica. We were at Denby at the Development Bank of Jamaica Pavilion because we were awarded a grant from the DBJ, the Ignite grant,
Ignite.
which is a commercialized commercial
The one we got was commercialization, and there's another
commercialization.
one for ideation.
Yeah, and there's one for ideation is when you have an idea that you want to develop. Commercialization is when you have the idea, you know what is the product, whatever, and you need to commercialize it. So we were granted funds to commercialize our products,
Milk, yeah,
the
milk aid.
milk value added products. And the only reason, and the only reason, period, why we were able to do this is because we got our shit in order,
And stuff.
our stuff in order. Sometimes I get excited. And I'll be honest with you guys, it's not easy to do, to be able to go through that process. And
Well, first we did it thinking, okay, we'll never get this. We'll
okay,
just
no, we didn't just do it,
we
babes.
did it. We actually
We
did
spent
it.
we
We spent
spent
hours,
hours
but
and
we still did not
hours
anticipate getting it.
creating the pitch, creating the presentation,
Answering the questions, the
answering the
app- the,
tons of
the
questions on the application.
application.
We spent hours and hours, like in the evenings, till we're like tired and whatever, because we're like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right. So we did it out of. I got to give Mr. Henry props because Mr. Henry was the one who sending us these things, and he's like, "Yo, you got to do it. You got to do it." And we decided, okay, we're gonna do this one. So we spent hours
That's
preparing
true.
the presentation and the pitch,
And the
and
application
the
was a long
application was
process.
long process.
Long process.
But then we did it, and we just said to ourselves, "Okay, we did it. Let's see what happens." And we completely
Forgot
forgot about
about.
it. We completely forgot about it until we got an email that says, "Oh, you're shortlisted."
Okay, shortlisted for what?
And I'm like, "Shortlisted
For what?
for what?" And they're like, "Oh, the Ignite thing." You have to read through the email to realize that, oh, it's the Ignite thing. And then we're like, "Oh, we shortlisted." So then the shortlist means that they're gonna come now and want more information and more and more and more. And we're like, okay, so that's what happened. We just gave them everything they required, and next thing we know, we were awarded.
Yep.
And it's a significant
Some.
sum. So I don't want you guys think we have it over here like that. No, we put the work in, sleepless, late night, whatever, to prepare for when the opportunity presented itself, we took the hours of doing everything we could to try and take advantage of the opportunity, and it paid off. So that awarded us the opportunity to now build the milk lounge and to go ahead and launch at least one product, two,
You better be more than one.
two. I think it's two that's in it. Yeah. So we will that project
Yes.
is gonna help us go through the process of launching these products, and it just doesn't come with the funds. It comes with a whole slew of
Business support,
business support, networking, training,
coaching,
coaching, mentorship,
one-on-one
one-on-one
sessions.
sessions with business people, one-on-one session with accounting people. Like, yeah, it comes with a whole lot of back-end support. So, as I always said, we're not telling people to do anything we're not willing to do. Anything we say on this show is either we already do it or we want to do it. We're in the process of doing it. So we've been talking about people getting their business in order for 2 years. The receipts are there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we were one of those people that an opportunity came, and because we practiced what we preach, we were able to go through the different steps of this opportunity and was awarded at the end. Everything them asked for we have. Everything.
Sometimes you have to scramble to get it,
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we have to scramble to get it.
but we got
But
it.
we got it. It was there somewhere. You know what I mean? We had to make 2 calls to accountant and say, yo, I need XYZ in this form, and like this format or whatever. But it wasn't like we're starting from scratch. It wasn't like, oh, I don't know what they're talking about.
And I really think that there's some of the other awardees that doesn't have all of their ducks in a
Yes.
row, but they still had a great pitch and they still got awarded. And now, being a part of the grant, they get all this back support to help bolster them as an organization. So
Yeah.
don't think you have to have all your stuff together. You can still get a lot of support
Yeah.
on the back end
Yeah. And trust me, it took us everything in us to keep this to ourselves because
until it came through.
until he came through, until DBJ and them say, yo, you can publicly speak on this. Because as you guys know, we share everything. Like, you know what I mean? I would have gladly come the next week and tell you guys, say, yo, guess what? What? But I couldn't. You know what I mean? I couldn't because until they say, yes, you can publicly, because everything got to be aligned. Like, there is what they call a BSI.
A BSI, business service intermediary.
Yeah, they're the ones who coach us. They're the ones who the intermediary between us
And
and
DBJ.
DBJ. So they had to get all their public relation thing in order before we can go out there and say whatever. So until that happened, then we were like free to speak on it. But yeah, it's a big deal for us. It's scary though.
And since we've been in it, I noticed that there are a lot of opportunities out there. It's like, because you end up being on all these different email lists and you
Yeah.
get all these notifications. And it's like, wow, they're doing that. Wow, you can get that. Another good organization to look for grants to is
Heart.
Heart NSTA Trust or whatever the full name is. But there are tons of opportunities out there, guys. Don't just sit under a rock. Look for these
Yeah,
opportunities.
but remember the basics. You gotta have your ducks in a row. You gotta be registered. You
And
gotta
you
have
can
a
be
team.
registered as a sole proprietor, so
Yeah.
don't think you have to go through the whole.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, you can
operate
as
as
a sole.
John Paul doing business. You know what I mean? You don't have to have a name, a different name, and all that stuff. No, you just have to be registered doing business. Have a TCC, a TRN for your business, all that stuff. Get a business account. You know what I mean? Have record keeping, financial record keeping. It could be what I mean, a ledger where you can actually know the numbers because these
You
are the
still use
things.
ledger?
I don't know, man. Yeah, I think so.
We were counting the ledger. I hated
Yeah,
that.
well, you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you. These are the questions they ask. And they ask it 2 years back, 3 years back. What was your revenue? What was your profit and loss? They asked 3 years back. And then they ask what your projection is for the next year. You have to look like you have a plan. You know what I mean? They're not
Yeah.
just gonna take up money and give to you because you say
And if you
yourself a
don't really have
goal.
a plan, or if you think you have a plan, again, that's where the coaching comes in, because you might be heading, because they did that with us.
Yeah, they shift us
They
big time.
shifted our focus, right? So you might be think you're heading in one direction, and when you talk to your business service intermediary in that coaching session, they will make suggestions. Say, "Hey, maybe you should go with this route first, or do this instead of that." So
Yeah. And they will explain the pros and the cons of doing some things a certain way
and it's not like
in
they're
order
twisting
to
your arm
advance.
saying you
Yeah.
have to do it this way,
No, they're not.
but they give you
Yeah.
suggestions and recommendations.
And based on their experience and other people's experience, they'll tell you like, maybe you should figure out going this route first before you do that. And you know what I mean? You don't have to do it, but it's a lot of help.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of help.
It's
And there's
support.
mandatory training sessions that you can't skip out on. You skip out on that, you don't get a check. You know what I mean? They'll tell you, they'll send you these webinars and stuff that like they tell you it's mandatory. Make the time to be a part of this webinar, a part of this training session. So all that said is that we're imploring people, imploring our little iGoat family to take this information serious.
Yeah.
Take the time.
Well, we actually have somebody else that benefited from this same thing, Mr. Henry.
Yeah.
If you guys came to see us at Denby, we were beside each other. So we had two representatives from this little bitty sector based on grant money. So guys,
Yeah.
it's out there, and if we all get it, then we can all be together at Denby.
Yeah, we can
All showcasing
trust me.
different things.
I've said this many times. There's power in the numbers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? People will not take us serious if we're not operating in a business.
Or in a collective, a group.
Yeah, or actually operating like real business, where you can actually talk numbers. Like when people ask you, what was your revenue for the last 2 years? What was your profit? What was your net? What was your gross? Understand what they're talking about. You don't have to be an accountant or whatever, but you should know, like, yo, me really make a money, or I'm projected to make money in a year, 2 years. Cause trust me, we ain't making no profit the last couple of years, 3 years. But the projection of the numbers tell people that, yo, this is a thing. This is gonna go on. You know what I mean? The numbers, based on the numbers don't lie. Like Lincoln always said, numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? So the numbers don't lie, and if the numbers make sense, they will believe that, oh, this is a thing. You know what I mean? I don't even know if Tesla make money yet, based on how much goes in. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you're building something, they always say you won't see anything for 5 years, at least. If you're building a real business, 5 years is when you start saying, oh, this will work. You know what I mean? So remember that. Don't look for the quick fix. If you focus and think it's a real business that you can excel at, then just hang in there for the long term, but be strategic and be serious about it. So yeah, we were granted, and trust me, granting being granted this this thing doesn't like, yeah, we get a little money we can spend. Nah, the amount of work that goes into actually just maintaining it, maintaining the project, 'cause they're on you all the time.
How is it
How
going?
is it
What's the
going?
progress?
How you
You
far you
have to
reach? How
keep
much
track of all
money?
the money you spend with receipts to
Yeah,
show what's
you
going on.
cannot get the different installments of money until you show where you use the
Yeah.
last set of money for.
I'm gonna be honest, it's more work than I thought. It's gonna
Yeah.
be involved after you got the grant, but then when you think about how much they gave you for really nothing, you better get your
Yeah,
ducks in a
like
row.
somebody just
Somebody just gave you this
just
money and say,
gave you
"Hey,
this money
here's your
because
you have this
you
project,
have this
do it."
idea, you have this whole thing going. Here's some money to make it better.
So
Here's
they
some money to
then they
help you
just want to
launch it.
prove that you're doing what you say you're doing.
Yeah, but them ask for a lot in return, as in backups and to make sure that you're actually running a business.
Yeah.
You're
But
actually
then
in it.
again, the networking and the links that you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
and all that stuff, even after the whole grant period ends, is just an ongoing thing.
Yeah, it's an ongoing support. You know what I mean? And we're on a webinar. When we just got it, there was a mandatory webinar that we had to participate in. And there's a guy there from the Junior Stock Exchange explaining to us how to get listed on the Junior Stock Exchange. And I was mind blown to realize, oh, it's not that difficult.
But Lincoln kept telling you that.
Yes, he could always say
Lincoln,
that.
maybe he's listening to you one day.
I do listen to him. I just because him live a foreign.
Oh,
Me
not
believe,
foreign,
me
I
not believe
believe
say
it.
him know much about Jamaica Junior Stock Exchange. He will kill me. Wait. But yeah, I was mind blown to realize, oh, it's not that difficult. And you're not giving up a whole lot of your business to be listed. It's just that your business have to be properly structured. Proper corporate governance has to be in place before they even consider it. So you don't even have to have a certain level of revenue to be listed. You know, like there's a lady that does, what is it, honey bun or
The
whatever,
honey
that
bun lady.
honey bun lady, and she was saying, yo, the reason she got listed the business on is because it was like cheap, free capital investment. People investing in the business, and she's getting that to put back in the business instead of have to go to a bank and all that. She got knots out like enough awards for corporate governance. But I'm like, okay, I see why. But yeah, folks, like we need to think on that level.
Yes.
And the other, like months ago, I said I'm not in the goat business anymore. I'm like, I'm dead serious because I'm thinking on another level of how do we make what we're doing here next level business.
Yeah.
I don't want people talk about it like say the little goat farm up this road. No. We want to do big things and we want the people that's involved with us, iGoat family, all these people, to do similar big things. You know what I mean? We can drag you along, but we can feed you all the information we get and what we've experienced. And hopefully we get some from y'all on Mr. Henry for
Mr.
sure.
Henry. Yes.
Like I can't big him up enough. Anything him see out there where him check say, yo, that thing are working, and him send it over. And say, what you think about this? Maybe you guys should do it. Yeah. Howard here from the Bahamas, Howard.
Hardware.
Or yeah, he's another guy. You know what I mean? He sent me a video with the with a milk lounge
Okay.
that inspired how we do our milk
That's true.
lounge. Yeah. So always give thanks for the
And
Igbo
Lincoln is
family.
always
And
on.
Lincoln is always, not to mention Lincoln. Lincoln is always in the mix, giving ideas. Peter McCook. Peter McCook on a daily basis. I haven't seen him tonight.
No.
Must have gone in bed. Or he must have some big event. But yeah, like trust me, we don't take the advice lightly. We value all the inputs. and we utilize them as such. If they fit, of course, them get utilized. But I want people in our group here to do the same. Take this
Yes.
thing serious. The fruit of the labor is there if you just execute. And just be we're an example of getting your ducks in a row, get your business sorted, and you'll be in a position to take advantage of an opportunity. Yeah. Lincoln, Lincoln, Lincoln says, I really sorry for goat farmers. I sell goat on credit to generate cash flow, and it's considered a scam. We have to start treating goat as a business.
Yes.
It is
A
a business.
business.
You know what I mean? I'm not in it. I'm not talking about, you know what I mean, fat goat and them kind of goat anymore. I don't want to engage in that kind of conversation anymore. You know what I mean? If you ain't talking about the business of having a goat operation, I don't want to be involved in the conversation. I already tell you guys, I went to the small ruminants AGM meeting, and I'm telling you that for the most part, most goat farmers in Jamaica know how to take care of goat. They know the conversation needs to shift to how do we help these people make it a business? How do you get them to understand projections, profit and loss, proper business management, financial management? How do you get them to understand that part of it? Because they all know how to bring a kid from birth to market. Most of them know, 99% of them know.
To on the next level now.
Yes, let's
Next
move to the
level.
next level. Let's move to the next level where people understand that okay, in order to make X amount of dollar, we need X amount of goat producing X amount of kids for the year. And how do I sell it? That's the conversation we need to have now. You know what I mean? It's all about the business. I don't want to talk about genetics and all that. Everybody has genetics now. I'm sorry for the next year because every goat we I sell I come out of imported genetics. So what we do with it? You know what I mean? If you have a goat operation, figure out what is your end goal and how do you get there. What do you need to put in place? What do you need to learn? Do you need to learn about minerals and learn about vitamins and supplements? Nah, virgin. There's people for that. What you need to learn is how do you do projections? How do you budget out your thing? How do you plan out your business? How do you figure out, say, yo, I need to make X amount in 2024. What do I need to do? How do I need to execute to make X amount for 2024 out of this? That's the way you need to, that's the direction we need to go. That's the conversations we need to have. And I didn't hide how we go about things. Group breeding, number of animals in a group, how we go. Like what one time we pushed the envelope so far that we have no space in the goat house for kids because you know what I mean. I was so ambitious about what we could do. You know what I mean. We had a target one year for
Of
100,
150 kids.
150. We had to scale it back. Yeah, but it's making projections and planning accordingly. And don't missing these benchmarks. Don't miss these benchmarks for nothing. Because if you miss these benchmarks, you're gonna be off. You're not gonna hit the target. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the conversation we need to be having. Other than that, everybody know how to take care of goat. And if you don't know, it's easy to get the information. That's
Right?
my spiel.
That's your spiel.
Yep.
It's a good spiel. These are the conversations we need to be having.
Yes, these are the conversations we need to have.
I just need to let everybody know that my drink is ginger beer, turmeric, honey, and lemon juice. So I'm still soothing,
Yeah.
convalescing.
And my drink is the same.
How come it's a different color?
It's a little stronger than
Okay.
yours. The
I said there's turmeric in
concentration.
here, right? That's some
Yeah.
turmeric? Yeah.
Um, Lincoln says he's constantly trying to reduce costs and increase revenue. I don't even want to raise goats. My focus is providing a service to farmers.
There you go.
There you go. You know what I mean? If you stop looking at it as say you're in goat business and start saying you're in goat production or it's a mindset. You know what I mean? Just like how you hear us over here talk about Wiener's Lounge and
Milking
milking
parlor,
parlor, milk and
maintenance
maintenance lounge is
lounge.
because of our mindset, how we view the business, how we view it. You know what I mean? That's how we want to think. You use certain terms and you have to operate at that level. You know what I mean? Don't be like, oh, look a goat pen. Nah, stop. We don't have that. We don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? We got a reader's lounge and maintenance lounge, and we got the nurseries over here and the milking lounge, and yeah, that's what we have over here. You know what I mean? That is our operation. Um, that's what we're talking about, and I implore people to operate and speak about their operation on that level.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you will see the success. You will just how you look at it and how you view it and how you appreciate it. You will start executing accordingly. You know what I mean? And trust me, it will work. You in any business, you have to go through that. You have to be able to
You have to
project.
brand yourself.
Yeah,
What are you about? What
yeah,
is your operation about?
yeah. And if you like a grocery store down the road, you have a project. If you want to scale it and make anything of it, you have to do projections. You have to do planning.
Mr. Sears is on. Hi, Paul. It's been a minute. Good to see you.
Welcome, Paul. Devon, Paul Sayers. Welcome, sir. A long time when I see you. You know what I mean? Happy holidays. Paul is an Adventist, if I remember correctly,
Is he?
isn't he?
I remember that. Paul, are you Adventist? I remember.
Yeah, I think so. I may be wrong, but I remember one time you were supposed to come on and he said you had church.
Okay.
Um,
Lincoln says, remember I can have all your supplies under your bed the next day. Anything you need, just have your money. I love it. Shamelessly self promote, Lincoln. There you go. Yes.
yeah,
Yes, 7 day for
yes.
life. Yeah,
Okay.
all right, Paul. Good.
We understand why you always have to be after hours on a Saturday.
Well, we're
Um,
it's good to see you.
yeah, it's happy to see you. You need to give me a call, by the way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Your package has been delivered. Give me a call.
Right.
Um, any other thing outside of my little rant?
I think you covered quite a bit.
Um, yeah. Any questions, folks? Anything you want me to touch on?
They actually picked up.
They picked up. I let them know that
It was ready.
it's ready to go, and they sent one of their vehicles to pick it up. So that was a good thing. Is everybody seems happy.
Yes. Hi, Marvin. Welcome. Good to
Um,
see you. I'm kind of looking around because
any
my laptop
questions?
is around the corner of the
This
mic.
one right there.
I know, but I'm used to my laptop.
Okay. Any questions? Any comments? Any hot topics you want me to touch upon?
Oh Lord, here we go.
We got Paul, the CEO of the JDDB. I must tell you guys that JDDB is a big supporter
Very big
of goat
supporter.
dairy in Jamaica. You know what I mean? They're doing excellent job at supporting and pushing to get it formalized. So I have to give Paul enough respect for that. Although you guys know we leak it all the time, but seriously, I gotta give him props. And Paul, if you have anything up there, give me welcome. Me take it, you know. Remember, I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah,
Both,
Paul.
both hands out.
If you have anything, you know what I mean? Even if a cow, me can make it work for good. Gigi wants to know how we pasteurize our milk. Gigi, right now we do not
Pasteurize.
pasteurize our milk.
We only filter
We filter the milk,
and send it off.
freeze it, and send it off to the processor. Any milk that we use for our products, we don't. The pasteurization happens during the um,
The process.
the process of making that product. We don't pasteurize and store. We just filter, freeze, and send it to the processor.
Yes. Gigi, haven't seen any more soap. Your
But
first soap was beautiful.
next year is a different ball game. So next year I'm looking to have all that pasteurization, everything.
I need to see some more.
Judy, why don't we make soap? All these soaps that we have piled up over there, so why you make some more? Nobody actually knows that you make these things, do they?
I
This
can't
this
laugh.
this this is the reason I'm in this dilemma managing a goat farm because you made soap, lotion, body wash, all these things. And you
And
tell nobody that you actually make the soap.
yes, everybody knows.
Nobody knows you make
I'm in a
soap.
mini pause, a
Yeah.
mini redirect.
Yeah.
It's coming, guys. It's coming.
Gigi says she got lots of soap, they're curing.
It's cured. See, so she's doing cold press. I like it. Nice job, Gigi.
Cold press, hot press. What's the
Yes.
difference?
Cold press has to cure. Hot press, you pretty much use it the very next
Which
day.
one's better?
I prefer cold press because you get a nicer. I think you can get a nicer, cleaner shape. But hot press, you can get them done quicker and you can sell right away. But I like the cold press where you can do the nice designs. I think it's easier to do the designs and stuff with cold press.
Okay.
See? See? Gigi knows. I'm going to go visit Gigi. We're going to have a little soap making party. Right,
Yeah.
Gigi?
Yeah. All right. Okay. Any
Hi,
questions?
Martin. Welcome.
Any questions or hot topics
Or comments or suggestions.
or suggestions?
We don't know everything, guys. So if you have anything to tell us, please let us know.
Yeah. If you guys think we're doing something that's just stupid or like, yo, we can do it better, please tell us because we would love to do it better. You know what I mean? Um, I can't think of anything that I would love to know right now outside of the business stuff, like growth wise, managing and all that stuff. Um, I just I wish somebody could tell me how to stop, um, how to completely get rid of abscess.
That would be nice. I think that's our biggest challenge.
Because there's times where
Biggest ongoing challenge.
we've had times where we go a whole year
No abscess.
no abscess, and then
Out of the blue.
this year I've seen 5. The year before we didn't have any. So if somebody can tell me how they get rid of it completely, that'd be nice. You know. Any other questions? Any comments? Then if not, then we can call it a night. We can retire
Yes.
because this body tired.
Everybody come down.
Yeah, body come down. You know what I
Feeling
mean?
the age, Ray? You're feeling the age, aren't you?
I'm feeling my age. No. Actually, I surprised myself.
Yes.
Yes, we get more milk. The question is, do we get more milk from the salmon?
Yes.
I'll let Judy take that.
Yes, we do. My only thing about our milk machine now is the fact that we can't measure how much we're getting because it just all just dumps into the pail through the machine. But the salmons sit for a long while before they get done. One of my salmons takes a good 15 minutes to milk, just sitting there milking. And so, yeah, I
No,
would
it's also
say
because her teeth is small. The
it's,
hole, the thing in her teeth is small. Is
yeah,
small.
but she also has a lot of milk.
Yeah, well, 15 minutes is not. It's not because it's the volume of milk. It's just because the hole in her
It's
teeth is
like an
small.
IV drip,
Yeah, it's like ridiculous how
but
long
it's
it
still a
takes.
lot. So it's probably at least 2 quarts.
Yeah.
It's at least 2 quarts. Everybody else, or locals, are probably about
Um.
half a quartish,
If
maybe.
so, one Saanen could replace two Nubian. Depends on the Nubian. If it's
Yeah.
Jamaican Nubian, yeah. But the Nubians that we have, we will see in short order how much they produce compared to the Saanens.
Yeah, we have not yet milked any foreign Nubians.
Yeah, we haven't milked any of the foreign Nubians yet.
So we will definitely gauge that and keep you guys abreast of the comparison in the volumes.
Yeah, I think, and they're all new first timers.
First time
So
runners.
the volume won't be as if it's they're mature. But I can already see these first time Saanens. Oh my
Amazing.
gosh.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. They make the our graded and whatever local goats look like they weren't even trying. You know what I mean? That was the best decision we've made because it's night and day
Yeah.
the production with these animals.
Actually, we actually said today, well, I said it today, maybe we should have just gotten all Sonnens. Scratch the Nubians. Why don't we get Nubians? But everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
I think we got Nubians because Jamaicans knew about Nubians, so we didn't want to just totally.
Jamaicans love
And
Nubians,
Jamaicans love Nubians, so we didn't want to go
Nubians and
totally,
Boers. Nubians
you
and
know.
Boers are Jamaica's
So we got a
baby.
couple, just to say we
So
got
we
some.
got some Nubians,
But
and
prefer the
we'll
Sonnens.
sell them a lot of Nubian bucks. Yeah.
See how my turmeric in the bottom and the ginger, guys? See?
Yeah, the real the here's I tried to explain this before with the reason why we went out and get real milk producing animals. So you got these animals in Jamaica that they're about to have kid and their udders is massive, right? And you're like, yeah, this is gonna be a lot of milk. Oh yeah. But then they have the kid, and after 2 weeks, the udder shrinks, and they're not producing the milk to fill it back up, and that's been the problem. And then they got or I call it the muscling or whatever that's
Yeah.
in the udder. There's a big difference between the milk animals and the regular local animals. When you feel the udder, you can feel that muscling in there. With these Saanens, you don't feel nothing in there.
It's all milk.
It's all milk. You know what I mean? We got goats in there that, like local goats, remember in 38?
Yeah, we're
Our
like,
udder is always big like this.
nice.
When you finish milk her, the udder still look full. But it's a muscling that's in there. It's the membrane that's in there that makes it look like that. It's not a lot of milk. You know what I mean? When you look at the Saanens and they're in the morning and their udder is just firm and big like this, and then when you finish milk them, it comes down to like this. It's just this little shrivel up thing, and you're like, whoa. That tells you the difference between a real milk animal and what we have locally as milk animals. You can see the big difference.
Yeah.
Volume wise, it's amazing. I should do a video on that so people can see the before and the after, like a
On the
salmon
sun and
in the
others.
morning. Yeah, when that udder is so full and stiff that you can barely strip it, and then when it finished milking out, then you just these little
Sure look.
shrivel up little things you see, and you're like, whoa, what a big difference. Okay, any other questions? Our comments before we call it a night,
Before I start coughing.
before Trudy start coughing on the place. Um,
I think
I think that's it.
yes. As always, you guys are amazing.
Hmm. So light dance, I keep down the road.
Do you milk one time a day or two times a day? One
What we
time,
milk one time a
Jay.
day because we don't have the staffing to milk twice a day. You know what I mean?
You want to come over and help
It
us,
has to
Jay?
be 12. It has to be 12 hours apart.
Hmm.
So that means we'd have to milk like 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening. We don't have the staffing for that yet.
No.
We're gonna have to ramp up production and have like 100 milking goats in order to
Hmm.
make that work.
Yep. But that's a very good question.
Yeah. Or we can think outside the box and just hire somebody to milk, and they come in, milk,
And go.
process the milk, go about them business, and come back in the
Then in
evening
the evening, oh, that's an
and do it.
idea.
Yeah, and that's what they do.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll look at it. We have to think outside the box to figure this out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Anybody else? I don't want
Uh,
to start coughing.
yeah, I think we should call it a night.
Yes.
It was great.
As always, you guys are amazing. Love all the interaction and all the faithful
Yeah,
that come and hang out with us. Especially since we haven't been here for a while. You guys are still here. I love it. Thank
yeah.
you.
It's I good. I good family is the best.
They are. They
Hmm.
are. So we're willing to share. And if you guys know anything that you think we should share with the rest of the world, let us know.
Yep.
We'll be happy to pass on the word. And
Thank
if
you
there's
guys.
anything we can help you with, please reach out to us.
Feel free.
Hmm.
Send us a message.
All
You know what I
right.
mean? Message us on Facebook or WhatsApp or whatever it is, and we'll respond. All right. So have you guys a great evening.
Great
Have
evening.
yourself a great evening. Rest of the evening. Rest of the weekend. And we
We're
will
gonna do the same.
try to do the same.
Hi, hi, Junior.
Oh,
Better late than never.
I know. All right, youth. So see you guys next week, hopefully.
All right. Same time, same place.
Same time, same place.
All right.
It's holiday season, so
I know
now
it's
we
gonna
have
be a little
to
bit harder.
we have to put in the extra effort because people will be pulling us left, right, and center at
That's
this time
true.
of year.
Very true.
Um, but it will be oh ho 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 season.
Ho 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 season.
Hmm. All
Very
right.
good. All right.
Okay. See you guys.
Bye, guys. Have a
Take
good
care.
night.
All right.
See you next week.
Mm-hmm.